Good afternoon. My name is Bob Nelson. I'm a father and a grandfather, live in St. Charles, Missouri. And it's going to be my privilege today to visit with you folks about writing a letter which I call a legacy letter. In other words, what is your legacy? What is my legacy? The children and grandchildren of Betty and I are extremely important to us, and we feel that in helping them, we would just as soon have them remember not so much Disney World, which is all fine, but something that would have an impact on their life, and that is telling them in a letter form when I pass away, or the kids get to be the grandchildren, particularly the children, the grandchildren get to be aged like 18, 19, or 21, that they get a letter from their grandfather and also their grandmother, indicating the expectations we have on them, some just gentle comments about why we live our life from a secular point, from a spiritual point, from a physical point, any of your philosophies that you would like to pass on and leave your legacy to those children or grandchildren are most important. The good book in the book of Proverbs says that your children's children are your crown of glory. So our grandchildren are our crown of glory, and we would like to leave them of paramount importance what our legacy for them is, and so they can pass it on to future generations. So I've taken the time to write a letter, and each child gets, this is for our youngest daughter, Grace, who's 5 years old. I'm 73, so I may not live to see her being at the age of 18 to 20, 22. So each child at the time of my death, when they're of that age, would get a letter from Grandpa Bob, as I'm known through the grandchildren, and that letter indicates a few principles that I'd like to, share with them. So I've told the kids to read books. I've told the kids to laugh. I've told the kids to meet as many people as possible, because my wife Betty, she changed my life. Coach changed my life. A number of business people changed my life just by being in the course of life. And in volunteering, you're going to have the opportunity to change somebody's life. And by that I mean, let's say if you were asked the question, who won the Heisman Trophy Award last year? Who was Miss America last year? Who was the President of the United States even 3 terms ago? You may not be able to come up with an answer. But you know what? If somebody asked you, who changed your life for the better? Was it a volunteer? Was it a coach? Was it a teacher? And they can name every one of those people. So you have the ability to change somebody's life by helping them through volunteering. Comments about writing a letter, a legacy letter, and it does take time. And by the way, for women, mothers, grandmothers, there's a Thomas Kincaid, who's a well-known artist, has got a book called Grandma's Memories. You can pick it up for $14 or $15 in the bookstore, and it's got all the questions, leaving recipes, some of your thoughts in life, what you think of the children, how they've impacted your life, the love you have for them. So they've already put that together, where for the men don't usually sit down and write letters except when they're falling in love, and they write a few letters, and then that's the end of their writing of love letters or legacy letters. So I hope all this helps you. And I believe that you can have a big impact by just thinking through what results we'll have. And results are the final judge. And when your kids come back and say, my grandmother and my grandfather left me a letter, and I'll cherish it the rest of my life, what else could you want?